Hey boys and girls, welcome to your last math class for this week. You've done an amazing job over the past 2 weeks of really getting to know the number 10 and how to count by tens and how to think about tens in a way that helps you solve story problems that have to do with the multiples of 10. I want to go back to a task that you had last week where you had collections of groups of 10 and singles or partial groups of 10, and where you had to add up a huge collection. Some of you liked that challenge, some of you did not like it so much. So I want to show you something that you might want to think about today. Next time you have to add up a lot of numbers and you want to do it without having to ask an adult for help. So I have a new tool here today. Usually during our lessons I have a stack of Unifix cubes that looks like this. And we know that it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they break apart, and they're awesome for pretty much everything in math class. Today's tool is a little bit different and a little bit the same. Number one, it's a lot smaller, but check out if I count my cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It still represents a collection of 10, but here's a big difference. I can't break it. It is stuck together. So they are not quite as usable as the Unifix cube, but they're perfect for our lesson today. So I want us to count a couple of small collections of whole tens and singles. So go ahead and think in your head, shout out when you know, how many cubes are in this collection? Okay, now let's count them together. You might have counted them this way: 10, 20, 21, 22. I'm going to write that number for us right here so that we can remember. Okay, here's our second collection. Spread them out just a little bit so they're easy to count for you. Go ahead and count those using your own strategy. Shout out the number when you know. Okay? Let's count them together and see if we come up with the same answer. You may have counted by tens, 10, 20, 30, or you may have used the relationship you've discovered between how many groups of 10 and how many in all. And you may know that 3 groups of 10 is the same thing as 30, 31, 32, 33. Or some of you may have subitized that group of 3 without counting at all. I'm going to move our 33 right over here. Record that. Okay, what about this collection? Count that for me. All right, let's count it together. 2 groups of 10 is the same thing as 20, and I can subitize. I know there are 4 singles here. So can anybody quickly say 20? And 4 more would be 24. Let's do one more. That's our biggest group. Okay, just looking at this group right here. How many do you see in this collection? Okay, you may have counted by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, or you may have used the relationship between how many groups of 10 and how many in all and said that 4 groups of 10 is the same thing as 40 plus 2 more makes 42. Now, we have all of these numbers right here. And some of you may already own mental strategies to go ahead and add all these numbers up without pencil and paper. Some of you said last week your parents showed you a way they were taught in school of stacking the numbers on top of each other. But we don't use that strategy very much in first grade because what we really want to think about is how much this 10 is worth in first grade. So that's our big focus. So I want you to watch a little trick. What if, instead of trying to add 33 plus 22, and then add 24, and then add 42, I did this? I took away the ones, and I just counted by tens, a strategy or a skill I've been working on all week. So let's count those together. We're just going to count the tens, and I'm going to erase out these numbers down here because all of a sudden they don't really match. Writing on my table is not quite the same as writing on my table at school. I'm going to have to use my muscles. Okay, help me count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We're talking about counting past 100 today. 110. Very good. Okay. Was that so hard? Did you need paper or pencil? Now check this out. We have these guys, and we still need to count them. So let's count them. So we had 110, so this would be 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121. No paper, no pencil, no stacking necessary if you just use what you know about 10. It'll help you to solve math problems with a little bit more efficiency, a little bit faster. Okay, great job, you guys. Let's move on to the second part of today's lesson. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. We are back and we are ready to fill out a table that should be very familiar to us at this point. We are going to be recording how many groups of 10. This is one group of 10. And then how many cubes in all. So if I have one group of 10, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cubes in all. But we're not going to start with one group of 10. We're going to start with anybody see how many groups of 10 that was? Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 groups of 10. So I'm going to write that on my chart. Okay, if I have 9 groups of 10, how many cubes do I have in all? It's a good time to practice your counting by 10 strategy, or use the relationship between how many groups and how many in all. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, let's go to our next one. What if I add one more group of 10? This was 9. Now how many groups do I have? Very good. I have 10. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. So far I've been noticing if I have one group of 10, it's 10. 2 is 20. 3 is 30. 4 is 40. What about when I get to 10? How many cubes are there in all? Let's count together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10 groups of 10 is the same thing as 100. And look, that little trick where we see the number of groups as the first number in the cubes and all, it still works. There's the 10. There's the 10. But what if I add another group of 10? If this is 10 groups of 10, and I add one more, how many groups of 10 do I have? 11. Now, we're counting past 100. That's something we've been focusing on. How many cubes in all? Let's count them together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Now watch when I write the number 110. Look at what comes at the front of the number 110. Isn't that interesting? Okay. What if I add? Looks like I have a space on my chart for at least one more. What if I add one more group of 10? This was 11 groups of 10. I'm adding one more group of 10. So how many groups is that? 12. And how many cubes in all? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. 120 is the highest we have to be able to do this in first grade. So if you can keep counting past 120, you are already on your way to meeting your second grade benchmark. See, you guys are totally going to be ready for second grade. And notice the pattern. We had 12 groups of 10. Look at the first two digits in the number 120. Isn't that cool? Okay, guys, you have a task on your next page. Remember that task is also available in Seesaw. You do not have to do it in both places. Just the one that you enjoy doing it in the most. I look forward to talking with you about math next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.